Excuse me. We need to remember that. And so here we have a wonderful example of that. There's certainly lots of references of Jesus healing uh, multitudes of people, and many of them were blind, but we have at least 4 or 5 specific situations that are described in detail of Jesus healing the blind, and they're scattered through the New Testament. This one is found only in Mark chapter 8, verses 22 through 26. He's in Bethsaida, and that's the northeast side of the Sea of Galilee, and he's been entreated to heal this blind man, and yet we find in Matthew that he has already put kind of a curse on Bethsaida as a evil place, and maybe that's why he asked the blind man to come out of the town, that he didn't want to let any good things happen within that city, that he had said that they were going to face some judgment. That's all divine speculation. It's what some of the commentary writers have said about him taking him out. It's also very possible he took him out of the city because he didn't want to spend all of his time healing. He wanted to be preaching the kingdom of God and teaching people about the principles of God. And that every time he did supernatural healings, then he would be deluged with people that needed healing. And I'm sure, just as you hear on prayer meeting nights, you have everything from those that are terminally ill with cancer to Aunt Tilly's toenail. And that's probably the kind of things that Jesus would see, is everything from people that were terminal to people that had just very minor and very insignificant injuries or illnesses. In any case, unlike many of the other healings where Jesus healed without even being in the presence of the person that was ill or possessed, to touching or the person touching him, here he spits in the guy's eyes. Not a very nice thought of spitting in somebody's face and in their eyes, but that's what he did. And the man said he could see men walk like walking trees. And then he reaches over and he touches the man's eyes, and then the man can see clearly. And somebody's once said that when you took all of the different ways that Jesus healed the blind, you'd have a church that preached a doctrine of no touch, one touch, two touch, and mud in the eyes, when he reached down and took some dirt and some spittle and put it in the man's eyes. And that's why I said when I started out, don't put God in a box. God can do whatever he wants to, any way he wants to. But I will warn you one thing. If you really read carefully the word of the Lord, you'll find that many times Jesus waits till the very last minute to act. And lots of times it's hard to wait on that action before you finally see the results. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but my cell phone is ringing, and I'm not going to answer it, but hopefully they'll give up soon. In any case, we started out today with 80-degree weather. We had a thunderstorm that rolled through, and it's now down into the 71, 72-degree temperatures. It's cooled off nicely. The thunderstorm has blown through, and everything has cooled down. So don't put God in a box. Doesn't matter how he did it last time. Doesn't matter how he did it for somebody else. He doesn't have to do things the same way as he did before. Just trust him, and trust that the answers can be yes, no, and wait. We don't always like those no's, but that's sometimes the answer that he gives us. And we just have to be patient, know that he knows what's best, that he's going to work all things together for good for those that love him. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.